Shalom. This is your brother Azariah, back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone. Also, shalom, peace and blessings to the brothers pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth, laboring in all diligence, righteousness, and sincerity, pushing his gospel, putting your life on the line to do so. So I just want to touch on two quick articles real quick. One, or both of them are from Zero Hedge. And this one going into what's going on in the Red Sea with these Houthis. Now, of course, we know that the Houthis, they're backed by Iran. So they're a main target by the U.S. right now. And, the Houthis are giving America a lot of problems over there in that Red Sea region. But, news coming out today, the Houthis vow escalation despite U.S. strikes and could sabotage Western internet cables in the Red Sea. So we know that the internet and these Red Sea cables, which is fiber optics, it's a very critical infrastructure that connects the West to the East. And if they do carry out these strikes, which, hey, who knows, man? We already know, if you watch the movie Leave the World Behind, there was a whole blackout on the East Coast. There was no power. And when there's no power, there's no internet. Now, we already know that could be called predictive programming. So we already know that the powers that be, they want this to happen, but they got to have a boogeyman to bring this thing about. So this news coming out with the Houthis and potentially sabotaging Western internet cables, this all feeds into the will of the elites anyway. So whether it's the Houthis that are really going to do this, or it's the elites that are going to use this Houthi threat as a boogeyman to bring these things about, this is all the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So despite more weekend rounds of U.S. heavy strikes on Houthi positions in Yemen, the militant group aligned with Iran is vowing more attacks on vessels in the Red Sea, as we previously detailed. The U.S.-led coalition attempting to protect the vital transit waterway launched dozens of fresh missile and airstrikes, with most of them coming on Saturday against at least 36 targets. A Houthi spokesman, Yahya Sari, responded soon after on Sunday saying, "These attacks will not deter us from our moral, religious, and humanitarian stance in support of Palestinians in Gaza." He vowed that it won't pass without response and punishment. So they basically saying, whatever you want to do, you can strike us all you want. It ain't going to make us no difference. See, that's not going to stop us from doing what we got to do. So, this is a time of great insurrection, wars around the planet Earth. A lot of confusion is going to happen, is happening. Additionally, Bloomberg has cited members of the Houthi political council to say the group now considers that there's, quote, open war, and that its military capabilities remain undeterred. Though this isn't the first time the Shia group has declared war on Israel and its backers since October 7th. Yet, a separate Houthi official has said the goal of disruption of regional trade as revenge for Israel's crimes in Gaza will continue no matter the sacrifices it costs us, in vowed escalation according to Fox. Another quote here, "We intend to take additional strikes and additional action." This is from Washington, okay? America. "To continue to send a clear message that the United States will respond when our forces are attacked, when our people are killed," White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told NBC's Meet the Press program on Monday. And look, all these wars that America is jumping off is really to no end. You know what I'm saying? Ukraine is a failure. Gaza, Palestine, that's going to be a failure. And Israel is going to go into Lebanon as well. That's going to fail. But they're starting all these wars partially because we know that they have a Depop agenda. You understand? So the more wars they can jump off around the planet Earth, there's going to be need for conscription, because as of right now, the U.S. Armed Forces are short in all branches of the military. So what's going to happen? Okay, a draft is going to come back. More men and women are going to be sent overseas to fight and die in vain, mind you. You see, because these wars are not being started to protect America's interests. It's not being started to defend the land of the free and the home of the brave. No, these wars are being fought at the top. Okay, America, American citizens, they don't want war with Russia. They don't want war with Iran. They don't want war with China and North Korea. The problem is at the top, these leaders are warring against one another. But, the soldiers that are going to fight on the ground, you're expendable. See, your life does not matter to these people. You're just another number to throw out there and die for their cause, not yours. You see. So these are very wicked and sinister wars that are being started, man. And when the draft is reinstated, a lot of people are going to rebel. But at the same time, a lot of people are also going to go because they're not really going to feel like they have a choice. All these migrants that are coming over, a lot of sleeper cells that are in America, they're going to be activated at a certain point. And the government, they're going to offer an alternative. Stay here in America and live amongst all this terror, or, go overseas and fight. You'll be given a big bonus. You'll be amongst, other soldiers, what I'm saying, and you'll be safe. They're really going to sell this war thing as a good thing, because, people look at war right now when they think, oh, yeah, things, because society is still comfortable. People think because, oh, yeah, society is comfortable, why would I need to go to war? But in an instance of chaos and your life is uncertain and they offer war as an escape, a lot of people are going to take that, what I'm saying? And, other incentives are going to be proposed to you as well, and ultimately it's really the Lord's will that a lot of people go into these wars and be judged. Telecom firms linked to the UN recognized Yemen government has said they fear Houthi rebels are planning to sabotage a network of submarine cables in the Red Sea, critical to the functioning of the Western internet and the transmission of financial data. So the fact that these Red Sea cables are critical to the functioning of the Western internet and also people's finances, okay, banks, connected to certain servers, if these cables are cut, then this can jeopardize everything. Information can be leaked out. People's whole lives can basically be erased. You know what I'm saying? From something as simple as cutting a line underneath the ocean. And that's if they go to this extent. But again, if these things do happen, this all plays into what the elites want anyway, because they want to crash America. You see, they want there to be chaos and confusion, because then people are going to look to the government to give them some sort of relief. Okay, order, create the chaos, then you bring the order that you want. Martial law is going to ensue once these migrants are activated. Okay, people are going to be limited to 15-minute cities. They're going to call for everyone to be chipped so that we know who's in America, and we know if you're for the B system. So you see, a lot of things are coming down the pipeline, and a lot of things are going to come from this if this does go through. And I don't even believe it's a matter of if, but when, because they've already broadcasted this thing in multiple apocalyptic end time movies. So, we already know this is in the works for them anyway. Okay. The warning came after a Houthi-linked Telegram channel published a map of the cables running along the bed of the Red Sea. The image was accompanied by a message, quote, "There are maps of international cables connecting all regions of the world through the sea. It seems that Yemen is in a strategic location as internet lines that connect entire continents, not only countries, pass near it. Yemen Telecom said it had made both diplomatic and legal efforts during the past few years to persuade global international telecom alliances not to have any dealings with the Houthis, since it would provide a terrorist group with knowledge of how the submarine cables operated. It has been estimated that the Red Sea carries about 17% of the world's internet traffic along fiber pipes, and that's a significant um, medium that information travels through. So once again, if these things are disrupted, there's going to be a domino effect of destruction and disruption in your everyday life. Make no mistake about that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this article. But we know that according to Amos 8 and 11, that the Lord, he's going to bring a famine of hearing the word, of hearing the prophecies, okay? Because there's going to come a point where, all hell is going to break loose. It's going to be chaotic, confusion, and people are going to, at that point, know and realize that, wait a minute, the Bible spoke about these times. This must be the last days, and they're going to, seek a vision from the prophet, okay? The men that they saw on the street corners, doing, YouTube epistles, people are going to look for these same very men. And in that day, they're not going to be able to be found, because at that point, our job is going to be done. Okay, it's not going to be a need to warn when things are happening right in front of your face. Okay, we're just telling you these things before they happen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. But once they start to happen, according to prophecy, there's going to be no need for the prophets to be speaking of these things anymore. You see, because then the game is going to be on. Understand? So, Amos 8 and 11 is going to be a famine of bread, okay, and of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Verse 12 says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Shai, and shall not find it. You see, so we're coming into times where the world as you know it is going to be disrupted. You see, things are not going to be this way comfortable for too much longer. All right. This is the year where the elites have planned to bring mass confusion, mass what's the word? Mass tribulation upon the earth. Okay. A lot of people are going to be crying, mourning, looking for something that makes sense. All right. But while the men that were giving you the truth freely, were out here, people took that for granted because, once again, they were comfortable. Okay. There was no need to take heed to these, what they would deem as this bugged out guys, crazy people, tinfoil hat people, but in that day where the smoke is in your face, then you're going to consider, okay, then you're going to, desire a vision from the prophet, but there are going to be no answers for you in that day, okay? Let me go here to this article, because this really just shows you how bugged out of a time that we're living in, and it shows you the state of these Americans, that they're, they're just completely through. They have no idea whether they coming or going. So this new thing, titled the article Society, One Step Closer to Dystopia. Vision Pro early adopters spotted in wild. Apple's nearly $4,000 mixed reality headset, Apple Vision Pro, hit the store shelves on Friday, and early adopters have already been spotted in the wild. And this is really what the elites want. See, they push these virtual reality things unto you because their whole thing is, climate change, we need to go net zero. You don't need to drive a car. You don't need to eat real meat. You don't need to eat anything real. You see, your life has to be fake. And part of that goes into this virtual reality. You know what I'm saying? They really want people to live in a virtual reality world, where in real life, you're really, you ain't gonna have nothing. Okay, you ain't gonna have nothing. You just gonna exists. You know, and the movie The Matrix, you know, that's really what it is, man. You know, like they showed you that in The Matrix. You know, everybody was plugged up to it wasn't a headset, you know, but they were plugged into a virtual reality world. You know, and it was the one guy. I remember when he was eating the steak, and he said that ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that living in the Matrix was way better than living in the real world, because you know, pretty much all your, you know, you can make all of your desires happen within the Matrix, but in the real world, you just going through hell. You know what I'm saying? You just going through straight up misery. You know, and in other, you know, real world, there was no more stakes. There was no more you know, entertainment or nothing, man. So the Matrix, that was the next best thing. Well, they want these people now to live the same way, you know, which we're already in the Matrix. You know, the only ones that are outside of the Matrix are the sincere believers, you know, the men and women that believe upon this truth. But everybody else clearly bugged out, you know. Let's begin with Fox's The Simpsons, which has successfully predicted the future once again. And it's not that they're predicting these things. You know, when they show you these certain things in cartoons and movies, they're showing you what they're gonna do. It's not predictive, like, oh, they can see the future and, you know, they're just so you know, high and mighty. No, that's not what it is. See, we know that Hollywood is plugged in with all kind of occult rituals, and you know, they have they deal with the left hand. You know, so they're showing you what's gonna happen in plain sight. You know, their own self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, so this is another one here from The Simpsons. Let's check this out.
Escuela de Medicina de Harvard, John Hopkins.
Look, and this is what I'm saying. See, even in this cartoon, right? People are living better lives in virtual reality than they are in the real world. But that's because the world that these elites want to create, it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be anything that you would even want to exist in this world for. See, they want to make the earth a wasteland. You see, so the earth is going to be so bad, it's going to be so miserable to live that shit, you're going to want to live in virtual reality, man, just like they showing you here. You see, so the demons that are in control, man, you know, it's the rabbit hole goes deep, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, this is what people are doing now. People driving Teslas with, you know, with the headset on. You see? And this is, you know, this is really just complete folly. I mean, why would you need to have a headset on when you're driving a car amongst other people? And he said he got arrested, but yo, these people are bugged out, man. People walking around in public with a damn virtual reality headset on. Look at this. Look, man, if you can't see that we are in the last days and that the Lord is about to destroy this place, I don't even know what to tell you. You yourself need to be destroyed, man. if you can't see how bugged out that this world is and that this place got to go, you need to be destroyed too. Okay, I'll just say it like that. At a Celtics Grizzlies game, you got people wearing headsets, man. This is the world. And you got robot dogs. You know what I'm saying? AI is taking over everything. So, and the crazy thing about it is a lot of people are already like this with their phones, but this is just next level. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people, they can't put their phone down for 5 minutes of the day. They just on their phone 24/7. You know? It's crazy, man. You eat. Oh man, come on, man. You got the headset on and you eating. Nah, man. Yo, these people gotta go, man. These people got to be destroyed. Like, damn, you got the headset on when you eating, bro? Nah, come on, man. This just utter madness, man. All right, let's get this and close out. Ezekiel chapter 7. Let me jump down. Yo, dude really had the headset on while he like, yo, that's bugged out. That's beyond bugged out, man. Yo, the Lord really going yo, the Lord really going to destroy this place for real, man. Like, he going to do these people something terrible. All right, Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 26, okay? Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then they shall seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancients. All right, so the time is going to come where, there is going to be no more preaching of the word. Okay, Esau, he's going to shut down the internet. He's going to, take everything away from you. He's going to take away even your ability to communicate. See, Klaus Schwab said, in the Great Reset, you shall own nothing and you will be happy. You see? And people are going to be living like what we just seen in that last article. People are going to be living through a virtual reality headset. You know what I'm saying? And they're just going to be completely given over to their perverse lusts, through these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 27, the king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them. And they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So when you see things like this, man, there's nothing good that's going to come from this, okay? When you see people walking around in public, on a virtual reality headset, and they go into restaurants and they eating and they wearing it, just know that the end is nigh, man. Okay, just know that the destruction and confusion is at the door. Okay, and this is how you know that a society is on the way out, when people just become completely degenerate. Okay, when you lose all sense of what it is to actually be a human being and live in the real world, yeah, man, this place is through. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Hopefully this was edifying and quick, informative, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And until next time, shalom to the elect.